One of the first jobs I ever had was a busboy in a restaurant in town. And I'll never forget my first day. I was standing over by the server station, getting glasses of water, putting them on a tray, filling them with ice, and pouring them with water. And there must have been, 10 glasses on this tray that I had to take over to a large table. And as I was walking over to the table, I lost balance of the tray, and it was almost like it was slow motion, and all of the water poured out of the glasses and onto the tray and onto the floor and actually onto one of the patrons that was sitting at my table. I'm surprised I wasn't fired that very second. As I continued to work in restaurants, I went from busboy to dishwasher to server to bartender. But as I transitioned around the restaurant, I took notice to the people who helped make the restaurant flow, specifically the bussers. When I say bussers, I mean people who set up your table and break your table down and then reset it back up again. These people were predominantly looking less and less like me and more like the migrants who are coming from Nicaragua and Honduras here to the States to make a better life for themselves, to take what they earned and send it back home to their families. And these bussers took great care in what they did. Whenever silverware would come up from the dish room where we cleaned the dishes, they'd stand off to the side and make sure that those pieces of silverware were polished to a T, ready to go for the next guest. If we had wine glasses, they'd hold them over a steam bath to get all of the residue from the soap off and polish them till they looked like crystal. Once a table got up, they would jump over and run to the table, making sure that all the plates were cleared off, the placemats, everything was taken off, the table was wiped down and cleaned, and then reset for the next person or next group of people who were coming in. There's something about being around a table that is central to our faith. Throughout our entire Bible, throughout the scriptures, we find stories of people gathering around tables for meals, for fellowship, to get to know one another just a little bit better. We see it in Jacob and Esau in the Hebrew Bible. We see Jesus doing it throughout his entire ministry, around real tables as well as campfires. We see it again and again because those spaces are holy spaces. They're sacred spaces where God creeps in. God sets tables. God creates spaces. So sometimes I think of God as a busser. Someone who comes in and makes sure that your space is ready to go for you, so that you can enjoy whatever you're about to take part in, so that your table is clean and ready. Because God wants you to live within the holy. This year is an incredibly difficult year for us, especially as we celebrate Thanksgiving. This is normally a time when we gather with friends and family, sit around a table and gorge ourselves on all of the bounty that we've created. It's a time to laugh and to enjoy one another's company. But for many of us this year, it's going to be dramatically different. It might feel like you aren't going to be at a full table. You might be eating alone this year. You might only be eating with a few friends, or you might be gathering online with people, sharing